finally my prolonged put off to the side review of my Xbox Series S. I don't know what took me so long to get to this. I guess I just been trying to use it and play it and get a good feel for it before I actually gave an extended review. But now that I had this thing since, when did I buy this? I bought it in November, probably like late November, probably like 2 or 3 weeks after the launch. And I must say that I really do like this system a lot. And ironic enough, I probably use this system more than I use my Series X, which, you know, is the bigger, more powerful unit. And all that really started, I mean, it's not really because I don't like the Series X. It's mainly because this is just more convenient. I keep this in my room. So usually throughout the day, I get home, I'm playing on my PlayStation 5 on Warzone or something like that with my friends. Now, mind you, I have Game Pass, so I get more games out of my Xbox than I do out of my PS5, but it's a few that I like on the PS5. And all my friends have PlayStation 5s or PlayStation 4, so playing Warzone with them is just a little bit more seamless when I'm at home, so that's why I use the PS5 versus the Series X. Even though, I must say, in my opinion, well, I have to show y'all this for y'all to see it, but the Series X version of Warzone actually looks better than the PlayStation 5, but I just use it for the convenience aspect of everything because, you know, party chat and everything doesn't really work that good. I'd rather use the party chat on PlayStation works better than the game chat, you know, like playing cross-platform, so I prefer using that. But anyways, back to what's important. Now, my main reasons of liking this is, you know, look how small this system is. Like, this thing, I could one-hand this machine, no problem. This thing is light in comparison to every other thing. Initially, I bought this because I had the Xbox Series X, and I wanted to have a system that I could take on the go when I go to my friend's house or go to my girlfriend's house or something like that. And the PS4, I tried to put it in my Supreme book bag one day, and it wouldn't fit. And on top of that, I already had Black Ops Cold War on Series X, and I wasn't trying to buy it for PlayStation 4, you know what I'm saying, just to play with them. So I was like, well, if I get this, which I had a Switch Lite and a PS4 that I wasn't using, so I got rid of that, and I ended up buying this on a Best Buy drop. And now I take this everywhere when I go somewhere. If I'm going to play the game, I go to my brother's house, I go to my girlfriend's, I go to my friend's house, mainly to my friend's house. I usually bring this with me all the time. I got 4 controllers between both systems. Like I mainly use the Elite controller right here because, you know, you can adjust the triggers and stuff like that. So I really like this controller more than anything. And of course it comes with the Robot White, I think that's what they call this one, which I don't mind the regular controller. It's just like playing first-person shooter games, like you know, Call of Duty. I prefer the Elite controller. I'm pretty sure most people would. If you actually have played with an Elite controller, you know what I'm talking about. But this is a good controller as well. It's pretty basic. Now, yeah, like I said, the portability aspect of this is perfect. That's the reason I enjoy it so much. I could take it with me. It doesn't take up that much space. I put this in the sleeve, the laptop sleeve of my Supreme book bag, and it's there. And I can fit 4 controllers in there with me, and it's no problem. It's no, you know, I don't have no issue with that. I couldn't do that with the Series X or the PlayStation 5. Most definitely not the PlayStation 5. You're not moving that thing. Like, that thing is stationary. Like, I'm probably after this video, you're probably gonna see me in the same video because I'm in the same outfit because I'm probably gonna do my comparison of all 3 systems. But that is the most unportable system I've ever seen. Like, that thing feels like you're toting around a computer, like an old computer with the big modem and stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, back to this. Like I said, main reasons I like it. It plays next-gen games, especially like Call of Duty. Cold War looks really good on this. Warzone, I must admit, it doesn't look that good in comparison to the PS5 or the Series X. Like, it's a little step back. It's a step back from that. But when I'm on the go, I don't really care about like the graphics that much. It plays well because it does put out, I think, 60 frames per second. You know, and it doesn't do 4K. It does like 1440. No. On Warzone, it only does like 1080, but it's 60 frames versus on the PlayStation 4, it's only 30. So it's a slight advantage on like just the smoothness of the game, and it loads fast, like kind of like a next-gen system, which it is. It's just, you know, the lesser version. And like I said, it serves its purpose pretty well. One drawback, well, I think two drawbacks. The main drawbacks, the graphics, I'm not really gonna say. I mean, it's noticeable, but it's not really a deal breaker for me because, like I said, I was coming from PS4 not too long ago, less than what, 4 or 5 months ago. What is it? Going into February when you see this video. So, yeah, this came out in November, so like 3 months ago, I was on a PlayStation 4. So, graphics ain't really a big deal breaker for me at the moment, but storage, like, oh my God, I can't even explain to you what it's like with this thing. This thing only, I think this is a 512 gigabyte system. Only out the box, only like 367 of that is usable or something like that. Something close to it. It's 360 something is available for you. Now, I don't know how much you know about like Call of Duty. If you play it, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Modern Warfare, Cold War, Warzone. That's almost the whole system. Like, I have literally 4 games on this, and I only have like less than 40 gigs available. And I'm scared to download any other games on here because of the fact that when Call of Duty does an update, like a season update, that's gonna be about 20, 30 gigs. So I gotta just keep that just for the sake of being able to upgrade, you know, to be able to play the games that I need to play, like Call of Duty. The reason I bought this system really for just, you know, portability. So the only games that I store on here, like games like big games like the Medium just came out 2 days ago. I downloaded that to my Series X because that's a game that I'm gonna play at the house. I play mainly multiplayer games on here. Like I got Warzone on here. I got the Halo Master Chief Collection, which is a massive download as well. Old games from the original Xbox. I had Banjo-Kazooie on here, which I just had that just in case I get bored one day and I'm in the room. And another multiplayer game that me and my friends play like every weekend when we're around each other is Fusion Frenzy, which if you know, you know, it's the old Xbox game or whatever. And it's real fun, but that doesn't take that much storage up. But between Master Chief Collection, Warzone, and Black Ops Cold War, and I don't even have the full Cold War downloaded. I don't have the campaign installed on here. I have Zombies multiplayer, and I want to say that's it. I don't have Dead Ops Arcade installed because I don't play Dead Ops Arcade. I feel like it was a waste of space. And yeah, it just takes up damn near, excuse my language, it takes up almost all the storage that's on this, that's available. So if you do have this system, you're probably gonna want to get an external hard drive. I can't really recommend it. Because me, I mean, I know it costs a lot, but I'm probably gonna get the expansion card just because I have both systems, and it's certain games that I have installed on my Series X that I don't want to have to, like, I have a cap on my internet, which is like 1,229 gigs a month. And I don't want to have to keep downloading, uninstalling, and downloading again 300 gigabyte downloads, you know what I'm saying? So I want to buy that expansion card so I could just, if it's a large game that's on the Series X, I could just plug in my expansion card, save it to the expansion card, and plug it in here. And just go like that, because if you don't know, it does have the storage expansion spot on the back of this, and it'd be just easier for me. It's gonna cost a lot, like it's like $200, and I know a lot of people say, well, I mean, if you're gonna pay $220 for that and $300 in this, you're paying more than a Series X. That is true, but I actually have both, so it's like I'm not really too worried about that. I'm not gonna buy it now because it's not really a necessity at the moment, but in the near future, I really feel like it's gonna be more convenient for me to just be able to transfer games from the expansion card between both systems than to be sitting there trying to re-download them, because the downloads take forever, for one, even on Ethernet cable, because I run this one wireless at home because I don't have an Ethernet cable that's long enough, but my Series X is on an Ethernet cable, and it still takes a while to download. Like, I'm not trying to delete Warzone, re-download Warzone, and it's like 100 gig download. It's gonna be forever before I can even play on it. But besides those little knocks, this is a fantastic system. It does produce a lot of heat. This speaker grill right here, like if you play Call of Duty or anything on it, and you put your hand over it, it gets pretty hot. But it's never like alarmingly hot, like to where you think like the system's gonna not work. Because I never seen a dip in performance because of it being, you know what I'm saying, so hot. But that's just something to note. And Yeah, I mean, it's very small, very sleek. I really like the design of this. I usually sit it behind my TV in my bedroom because I don't really have nowhere to put it on front. I mean, in front of it. So, yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic system. Like, if you can't find a Series X, or if you wanted to get into Xbox and you're used to the PlayStation, but you just want to take advantage of like discless gaming, like Game Pass or something like that, which I do recommend, because Game Pass gives you a lot of amazing stuff for free. Not really for free, but it comes with your, monthly subscription, which if you already pay for like PlayStation Network, that's $10 a month. If you get Game Pass, that's $15 a month, and it gives you your online services and a catalog of games. You're gonna find something that you like on there. Like I said, the Master Chief Collection, big game that I play the campaign when I'm laying in bed, and when I'm with my friends, we usually play like 1v1 v1 all man for themselves, and we just run around with shotguns playing on Halo. It's pretty fun. And then Fusion Frenzy, of course, we sit there. That junk gets pretty intense sometimes, but yeah. So if you're just looking to get into Xbox, or you just want to get into next gen and you don't have that much money, for $299, this is an excellent choice. Like, I would prefer you buy this versus buying a PlayStation 4, just because you want to get into that, or PS4 Pro, because like I said, this is gonna outlast the last gen systems. And if you can get this for $300, if you can find one, these are more readily available than the Series X and the PS5. But like I said, if you got it, like for instance, if you have next gen and you have the PS5, but you want an Xbox, but you don't want to, you don't download your games, and you don't feel like you need to spend $500 on the Series X, go for this one. Like, you won't be disappointed. Like, I like it. Only downside, I said, is the storage. I mean, the graphics don't really bother me that much because I have the other next gen systems. So, like I said, if you have a PS5, you're not gonna really care about the graphics too much. You're literally buying this because you want to play some of the catalog that Xbox has to offer. But yeah, it's gonna be a short conclusion of this. I mean, it's a pretty amazing system. I love it for the convenience of it. Like, this is literally half the size of my PlayStation 4. My PlayStation 4 is about this wide, and yeah, I literally stacked it up with one, and it's night and day. And it's way quieter. Like, you don't even hear this thing on, just like any other next gen systems. Now, they do get hot. I'm not trying to, sway away from that, but it does a pretty good job at cooling itself down. And like I said, it's quiet. So if you're looking for a new system and you're torn in between the Series X or S, just take into the account that this isn't gonna do the 4K. True 4K, let me say that, because I believe it can upscale up to 4K, but it's not going to be as clean as Series X as far as graphics, because this is only like 4 teraflops, and that one is like 12. So, if you don't know anything about graphics, 12 is greater than 4. And then I'm telling you, like, if you were to play these next to each other, you would definitely notice the difference. But it does play smooth, so I must give it credit where it's due. It's a smooth running system. It's a quiet running system. And it's cheap. Now, eventually you're probably going to want to invest in an expansion card, depending on how many games or what type of games you want to play, but it's not going to last you that long. I fill this thing up in a matter of like days. And yeah, but if you could, stomach the $299 price tag, and then, maybe a year from now, you're like, okay, I want to expand my storage. You get the expansion card. By then, you probably can find one on like Amazon warehouse for like $150 or something like that, and then get it, which is still kind of high, but I mean, it's pretty much all you got. But yeah, that's gonna conclude my Series S review. I love it, and yeah, it's a dope machine. I do recommend it. I give this a 4 out of 5 just because of the fact that the storage isn't there. But yeah, Twink Nose Tech, and I'll see y'all next time.